Hello there people, this is Bruce Be Cool or nintenbruce here, back again with of course another vlog. And usually when I do these vlogs it's to do with updates or things going wrong. This one is going to be a combination of the both of them. As you guys can see, well, besides the whole thing of me stroking a cat, I haven't uploaded anything in a good week and a little bit now actually. But there's a couple of reasons for that. One is obviously the New Year / Christmas period. Got to spend time with family and sort out little bits. What are you doing, cat? But yeah, you guys get the point, I'm sure. Which on that front, happy 2014 people. I hope you guys have enjoyed the holidays, or if you're still in the middle of them, then enjoying them. Is this year going to be a bit different? For me, it is, which I'll go through a bit later. For you guys, I hope you're going to make the best of it anyway. Better oneself with New Year's resolutions and whatnot. But yeah, year starts again. Let's see what we can do with it, eh? So, in terms of updates then, I've, again, on the front of not uploading anything, for those of you that have been keeping an eye on the vlogs recently, I've had a lot of trouble just being able to record from my Xbox in general. It started off with my Hauppauge, however you pronounce it, HD PVR2 not working. That's now been replaced and fully operational. There's, sorry, a bit of a burp there, silent one, I'm not sure if you heard that. Then there was the whole issue of getting my wired headphones from the HD PVR2 because it's only HDMI to HDMI. So no way I can get wired things in, essentially. So the issue there then, I found a cable online which I bought, going from HDMI to composite, but it doesn't actually work. And that took 2 weeks to find out because it took 2 weeks just to get the bloody thing, which was frustrating, obviously. Just as well I had a good backlog of all these videos. As you can see, I've run out now, but imagine if I didn't make that little stash, my little stockpile anyway. So yeah, ended up, still got that, so I've got to return it. So the next step, which I said, was to get a wireless headset. What are you up to, kitty? So yeah, I thought to myself, instead of getting something online, I mean, yes, it's cheaper than the retailer, but as it was something I wanted pretty quick just to make videos and stuff, I thought, you know what, let's support the local retailer, keep the high street alive and all of that sort of stuff. You guys who work in retail know what I mean. Recession's a pain, and yes, we're coming out of it, but it's still an issue, with stores closing down and whatnot. And obviously I'm using this as a bit of a dramatic example. A wireless headset isn't going to keep one store in business by any stretch of the imagination. But you guys know what I mean, contribute to the retailer, keep people on jobs, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I went to my local game store in Milton Keynes and picked up a Turtle Beach X12 headset, I believe it's called. For those of you that have got it, you'll probably know what I mean. For those of you that don't, when you look at the box, and we're looking inside the box, there's next to no wiring, and it was quite an expensive bit of kit at about £50 at first. I say at first because it went down by a tenner in the sale, which is nice. But I thought, comparing it to all the other headsets, it's a lot more expensive. It looks wireless. Assumption would be that it is wireless. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, I was happy enough to pick that up. I picked up a little headset for my dad for Christmas as well. Same Turtle Beachy thing, but just half the price, and you can blatantly see it's wired. So the assumptions are, yes, it's going to be wireless, especially with no talk about wires or anything like that on the box. So got home, opened it up just after Christmas. Turns out it is a wired headset. So I thought, well, look, this is for some of the reasons speaking in my head anyway. I haven't used it. It's all practically mint condition. The only thing which is different is the little sellotape or whatever it was that was holding the box together had come off. You know, kind of like a seal, but it was a seal which didn't actually leave any marks behind or anything. So I thought, okay, this shouldn't be an issue at all. So went down to the game store and said, yeah, you know, bought this. Turns out it's not wireless. I just want to exchange it for a wireless headset, and I don't mind about paying more. You know, can you help me out? Was basically greeted with a no from 3 separate sales advisors. The store was rammed anyway. You know, I'd been waiting 10 or 15 minutes in my lunch break just to do this. Yes, I work in a retailer too, for those that don't know. So I was like, you know, surely something could be done, because it doesn't say it's wireless on here. You know, I had to open it up to look at it. You know, there's no demos of it here. And nope, was basically told, nope, sorry, handed the headset back, and they continue serving other customers. And I just said that, you know, it might not necessarily be their fault, but the service is disgusting. Which it is, you know. I've bought something in good faith, you know, from a retailer, thinking it would be easier to exchange things or talk to people if things went wrong. Turns out, no, you've actually got more rights online than anything else. So, speaking of online, I then wrote an email to Game, who basically came back with a reply saying, okay, look, because you just opened it to inspect it, then you should be able to return it under this. You know, no problem at all. Just talk to the manager, everything will be alright. So I went back, said about the email, to talk to the manager, blah, 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 and he said no still. I was just absolutely gobsmacked, you know, as to how this was such an issue. So the manager started saying, well, look, the X12, it's a good headset and stuff. And I said, look, it more than likely is, but it's not wireless. It's something that I can't use. I need it to be wireless with my setup. He's like, well, wireless, you know, it's much more expensive. Trying to put me off the product, obviously. And I said, look, I don't care. I will pay the difference. You know, I need it wireless with the setup I have. It just has to be wireless. He's like, well, sorry, you got nothing, you know, we can't do anything there. And if you look at the back of the box, this little remote thing has a bit of a wire sticking out of it, and he pointed to this picture on the back, to which I then pointed at the picture right next to it of the headset, saying, well, look at the headset there, there's no wires attached to it at all. He's like, yeah, you're right. And then that was it. I was just absolutely gobsmacked. So went back to the email side of things to Game, and completely different response now, saying, well, if the manager says no, then you can't have a refund. I was absolutely disgusted, guys, with the service. You know, there's me trying to, you know, out of goodwill essentially, buy something from a retailer, and it ends up biting me in the arse. So no longer will I wouldn't say be buying from a retailer, but, you know, Game can stuff it essentially now. You know, I've had bought many things from them, even worked for them, and the service has changed so much. I'm just disgusted with it. So no longer will I be buying from Game. Simple as. And if you guys want to take a page out of my book, then I'd advise you not to buy from there ever either. Obviously I've been stung and I'll be saying the worst of them, but there you go. If you open up an accessory, even if you don't use it, then they just tell you, sorry, we can't resell it, so we can't return it. You know, I've just given you the abridged version of all that. I've gone on for quite a few minutes there, but I've been in the store forever, going through all sorts of, different arguments and counters and stuff to what they're saying, and it doesn't bloody work. So I'm just gonna, unfortunately, be buying from either online or from a different retailer. And I don't want to say Game can burn, because obviously, there's people that work there, people that need a job. But at the end of the day, if that's the customer service, then how can a retailer like that survive? They just can't. So yeah, quite disgusted, especially as, you know, again, I work in a retailer myself selling phones, and I know service is the main thing. And, you know, sometimes even if it's not in the rules or anything, there's certain ways you get around things. You know, I've done things for retailers where it's not, I won't say by the book, but if you was looking at black and white, then yeah, you can't help out the customer. This is in certain things I'm thinking, but you know, if you're experienced enough and care about the customer and you want their service again, then sometimes you've got to go beyond it, and that's something Game didn't do, which I'm disgusted about. Speaking of which, in terms of the service that I give, not tooting my own horn or anything like that, you know, I do give brilliant service, But I actually am going to be studying in the next few days. So as of the 6th of January, I am officially a student / full-time worker at the same time. It's one of those sort of online courses registered by CIPD. So, you know, or is it CIPD? Yeah, CIPD. Forget what it stands for. But yes, I am going to be going into human resource management. So I was thinking about it the other day and thought, you know what, things at the job aren't going so well in terms of payments now, like they've changed it for the new year. Which, end of the day, I've got a mortgage to pay for. You know, if I do have a family in the future, I want to be able to provide for them. And by the looks of things, if I stay in my current job, that's not going to happen. So my backup plan is with my savings, do this course. With the experience I've had in retail, you know, over 15 years experience now, there's definitely something in human resources I can do. So I'll be studying for 9 months, hopefully end up with a foundation course. What are you doing? You like the rubs, don't kick me away. So yeah, 9 months time, hopefully I'll be qualified and looking for a human resource job at some stage. So with that might put a strain on my videos as well, besides the whole wireless headset thing anyway. But, you know, it's for the greater good. I'll still be doing videos, but it might not be as many if I'm going to be having to study like an extra hour a day or something like that as soon as I get home from work, especially the shifts where I finish at 8, I cycle home, maybe don't get back till 9 or even later, worst case scenarios. So yeah, I'm sure you guys can understand that it's all for the greater good, and it's not like I'm just disappearing. There might not be just as many videos, that's all. So with that, I am attempting to do some more uploads today, and I might even do it's a bit risky, I mentioned it last time, but kind of do a delayed recording where I'm listening through my Hapog HD PVR, so the audio might not be good, but end of the day, I want to bring you guys some content, and it looks like this wireless headset issue isn't going to resolve itself. So yeah, I'm going to have to look at another avenue. Yeah, I'll update you guys on that when the time comes, or when you see some decent looking videos anyway. So I'm still going to do some Yu-Gi-Oh! Still quite okay with that. I haven't come up with any decks because of the holiday period and with all these issues stressing me out. But, you know, I know you guys will enjoy what I bring out. And again, as well, I hope to get back to your comments. Oh, pardon me again, sorry. I hope to get back to your comments and your personal messages soon. It's been a good couple of weeks since I've replied to anything, just with all the issues going on. But yeah, I think 2014 is going to be good. So personally, my New Year's resolutions: study for the good old HR course, and I don't want to say make something of myself, but you know, make myself a better person, and you know, look to the future for providing for my future family. Never buy from Game again. Simple as that, really. You know, my experiences taught me not to go there anymore. And I think I had another resolution as well, actually. I suppose it's just to be a decent guy. I think it was actually maybe something like pay more for the mortgage. I don't know. Whatever, it's the 1st of January. I'm sure I'll come up with more as the time comes. But what about you guys? Any New Year's resolutions? Any thoughts or comments to whether it be about the future of 2014 or anything to do with what I've mentioned? Any personal experiences of a retailer with yourselves? Let us know, and hopefully we can have a discussion about it. So, until next time, guys, you have a good start to 2014. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon.